Hello, everybody. Sorry, this is a take two. I was trying to do this earlier and there was just so much wind outside and it was like crazy. And I finally found a little nook in this house where I could do a live stream and it was like a little bit more quiet where I could actually demonstrate kind of the full value of what I'm talking about today. So, a lot of you know that I am a very scrappy marketer, meaning that I fully understand and fully value paid advertising. But as you guys know, so much has changed even in the last 90 days on how we do marketing and how we do advertising. Part of that is just understanding all of kind of the I don't want to call them the lazy tactics. The specific tactics a lot of people used around targeting and behaviors and age and all of these other things have changed dramatically. And part of that is understanding everyone had been talking about things like the iOS update. I think the statistics tell us that 96% of iPhone users have opted out of pretty much like the tracking, right? The tracking that we're used to kind of seeing. So when we look at how can we make our limited budgets for some of you that are solopreneurs or small business owners, how do we make those profits? And how do we spend those budgets in a very lean way? I wanted to share things that I've used that have worked particularly well for our business. Now, again, full disclosure, I do get a very, very small percentage of, if someone chooses to opt into the offer. But rather than just kind of show up and throw up everything, I really am only speaking to tools that we use actively in the business. So a lot of times in the space when people are talking about a product or service, they're typically only offering that, or they're only giving information, but they maybe don't use the product or service. So I can vouch that I have met some incredible vendors through this networking group. Number one. Number two, I've also gotten the most traction on things that we are trying to do to build our database and our sphere. So if you're sitting around today and you go, I have $100 a month to advertise my business, what am I going to do? Now, this thread again is specifically for our female business owners, female entrepreneurs, and female forward businesses. So that's who I'm speaking to today. One of the things that we have seen that has happened is that, over the course of how people market, there are just so many different avenues where you can spend money, right? So with the advent of an audio platform like a Clubhouse that's audio driven, or if you're a LinkedIn person or you're Twitter or Instagram, wherever you fit in that spectrum, this is a great opportunity just to kind of start talking about your business and brand and really kind of bring forward your best effort and your best initiative. So I'm going to show you just a couple of things so that you can kind of say like, okay, this could be for me, or potentially, hey, like this is something I definitely want to look at. So the program that I'm talking about is the Women Helping Women Standout Online program. And what this program does is it gives you an opportunity to go live, okay, and promote your brand and business to more than 473,000 women. That's almost 500,000 women. Now, I'm not going to say you're going to get tons of sales, you're going to get all this stuff. You have to decide how you want to use this program for yourself. But what I can tell you is that whenever we have taken the time to curate or craft a post, test a product or service, get feedback, we have over 1,000 women each time raise their hand and say, yes, I want more information. I want to learn more. I want to connect. I have also been so fortunate to connect with resources that I have used over and over again. One of those resources came to me in the form of a young woman by the name of, I believe it's Angela Russo. And so what was interesting for me as I pull this up for you guys is a couple things. She has a fantastic practice around digital marketing, Facebook advertising, LinkedIn advertising. And what Angela has done for not just me in my business, but also with clients that we are working with, is really helped on the lead gen side. So her company, I met her through this Women Helping Women group, and I got to know her. She was probably one of the first paid ads resources that I used that truly took the time to break down just different strategies and tactics. Now, I myself have invested over the past 2 years my paid advertising, paid social, paid media, OTT, all of those things. But anybody knows that, like, when you're running a client project or a initiative, you can't always be the one that's in the tool analyzing the data every day. It's really, really hard. So again, one of the cool things is through this product and brand, I met Angela, we connected. She basically took me on this journey and she has just been knocking it out of the park. I mean, on average, our clients are getting anywhere between less than like $4 a click. We've run smaller campaigns where we're getting, 300 opt-ins at a very minimal price. And so for me, it has been a very safe and comfortable relationship. Now, jumping back to this standout program, you can become an expert in the group. You can share videos, you can teach a class, you can present. I mean, you can add a promotional post, you can host masterminds, you can do accountability. There's all kinds of things that you can do, and it's not $97 per thing. It is $97 a month. So that's why I say it is one of the best resources that I've ever had for my business. Now, I know that so many people, again, are trying to figure out, when you have a limited budget and you have a defined way, I want you to think about if you're spending an exceptional amount of time on a platform like Instagram or TikTok. You're posting, you're spending 8 hours a day building this content, and your following is very small. And so you're in the process of trying to build a following. And I always encourage people to think, where is my audience right now? So if I am a brand and I am maybe health, beauty, fitness, right? Hospitality, maybe I'm in a specific segment and I know that one component of my audience is women. I would encourage you to take the time and, really explore just the different options that are available for you, because chances are that you will see that these groups can garner so much attention and traction. Now, I am going to show you really quickly how one of my posts went, because I was very skeptical when I first joined. You guys know me. I tend to be a little bit more cynical woo than the normal person. But what ended up happening was that I joined the group. I want to say it was like October. So we were kind of in that mid panorama period, if you will. And what ended up happening was someone came to me and said, hey, like, here it is. I'll show you. I've heard about this group. I said, okay, I'll check it out. Now, keep in mind, we had been posting consistently. We always have a minimum of X amount of posts going out. We spend a lot of time on engagement, but I had never quite gotten the level of engagement that I had from this group. And I thought to myself, okay, it's worth a shot. So here's what happened, and I will show you with my own post in this group from October. So here's the post. We put in there that we were, what we were doing, which is, hey, LinkedIn is one of the best places that we post and get traction. We created an opt-in, and we had, that is right, 1,400 people opt in to get that offer. Say what you think about that. 1,400 people opted in to get our list and our offer. And it was absolutely like a game changer for us. And we never looked back. So this was October of 2020. Again, just connecting with women, getting to figure out what's the best way to connect in the group, build relationships. I've hired VAs, I've hired social media people, graphic designers. It's an incredible, incredible group. And more importantly for me, it was the best use of a limited budget, right? Because COVID hit, our business shifted, everyone's business shifted. So if you are trying to figure out how to connect with other people, or you want to learn about, like, okay, maybe you are starting a podcast and you do want to get an audience for that company, great, join us. This is the URL where you can join. Go in, create a post, network, connect with people, submit a blog, submit a podcast. I submitted a blog in the group, and I had a ton of people that were just like, hey, like, I want to learn more about what you do. I didn't feel spammy. it is a group of people that wants to educate themselves, get more information, and learn. And so that's what I would encourage you to do on these things. And again, if you are sitting trying to figure out what should I be doing in my business? How am I going to market? How am I going to scale? How am I going to connect with an audience? Well, the easiest thing that you can do is to go into this group, post, connect, and start networking with people. And again, it is 473,000 plus women in this group. They're all about seeing each other win. They're all about shared value. And with that, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.